Hello, this is Max from Kidz University. In this video, I'm going to share a little about myself, how Kidz University came to be, and what you can expect to find in our children's Bible curriculum. During my years of teaching, there were two things that remained constant. The first was that a lot of the teachers were just like me. They had day jobs and volunteered to serve because the need was great. The second was that much of the curriculum I was given was difficult to work with and didn't do a very good job of engaging my students. Finally, I decided to write my own based off of the lessons I would be given each week. It didn't take long to design a framework that could be implemented into each of the lessons I created. At last, I had a product that worked well with my students. Upon retiring from my 30-year career as a software architect, it was time to give back. I began developing children's Bible lessons that were easy to work with, simple to teach, and would capture the imaginations of its audience. That was the start of Kidz University. Now, 100 plus lessons later, I will share the 7 common core components that make up the framework that I developed. Component number 1, the memory verse. Each lesson begins with a Bible verse related to what will be taught that day. Component number 2, a lesson introduction. The introduction provides background information and sets the stage for the Bible story that follows. Component number 3, a Bible story told in first person by a Bible character from long ago. When a Bible story is told in first person, it becomes much more exciting because it paints a picture of what it would have been like to be there, right in the middle of all the action that was going on. Some of the Bible characters that you will encounter in our Bible lessons are Moses, King David, Samson, and the Apostle Paul. When sharing the Bible story, read it with expression to keep your students on the edge of their seats. Component number 4, the review questions. All of our lessons have 20 review questions in this component. There are 2 reasons why there are always 20. Reason number 1, if it's not possible to come up with 20 questions, the lesson may not contain enough content. Reason number 2, those 20 questions are necessary to play a game that turns review time into fun time. Here's how it's played. You will assign points to each of the 20 review questions and split your class into 2 teams. Alternate between teams when asking the questions. The team that scores the most points wins. Using the simple game had a tremendous impact on the behavior of my students. They listened intently to each lesson because they knew that their performance in the game that followed depended upon how well they had paid attention, and they all wanted to win the game. Your students will be excited when it's review time and can't help but learn the lesson that was shared with them that day. Component number 5, the discussion questions. This component contains 3 or 4 questions. It allows the class to delve deeper into the lesson and to ask questions of their own. Component number 6, the fun activities. No lesson is complete without some fun activities for your students. Examples of some of the activities you will find in this component are crossword puzzles, riddles to solve, and secret messages to decode. Component number 7, the answer keys. This component includes answers to all of the fun activities in each lesson. Word pronunciation pages and informational pages are also included when they add value to a particular lesson. When we began creating lessons, we included a page titled Thought of the Day. It was a simple thought about the lesson. As this curriculum evolved, it was replaced by the Big Takeaway, which shares a thought and allows your students to write one of their own. A Bible navigation game titled Swords Up and a memory verse take-home page have also been incorporated into many of our lessons. I hope this video has been helpful and that you will stop by our TPT store, download our free lesson titled The Building of a Widow's Faith, and give us a try. So long for now, and have an awesome day in the Lord.